Who is the best inside centre in World Rugby then? That's the question that I'm going to attempt to answer and give my thoughts on with a top 10 like I have been doing for every position so far. And if you've missed any of the videos up to this point, go and check them out. They're in the feed. Another reason why you might want to hit subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up to help spread the word and tell me what you think of this top 10 for inside centre. It's interesting the way that this position has changed in World Rugby in the last few years. If you think back a few years, there was a move to have the person wearing 12 be a second playmaker. And there's kind of been a bit of a reversion to traditional tactics where first and foremost, you've got to be a big lump that runs hard lines and it's hard to break down defensively. And we've got a lot of those in this top 10. Santiago Barz is one of them. I mean, he's got a bit more to his game than that. And the good players, everyone on this top 10 is an attacking force as well, but they're real solid individuals. And he's 6'2", plays for Toulouse, young guy. And Argentina needed a young guy coming through in this position because they've got a lot of guys that are great players and have been really good servants. But Orlando and Moroni and De La Fuente, the brilliantly named Geronimo De La Fuente, they've been around for a while now. Fresh blood from Santiago Barz, had a really good World Cup, and he's looking like he's going to push on. Excited to see what he does. So pleased for Nick Tomkins. What a brilliant World Cup he's had. Now, in this position for Wales, they are relatively stacked. They've got Mason Grady coming through, Joe Hawkins, who can't play for them currently because of his club situation. But Nick Tomkins has made that 12 jersey his own for Wales, and he was brilliant in the World Cup, one of their best players. And that pains me to say because he is English. And there were people, myself included, saying before he got picked for Wales, we really should give this guy a run for England because it's a problem position for England. It has been for a while, and it still is. And I would love to have had the option of Nick Tomkins in an England jersey. And I'm sure if you asked Nick Tomkins privately, he probably would have said he preferred to have played for England because born and raised in England. But there you go, fair play Wales. They're getting the best out of him in the minute. And at 28 years of age, he's got a bit of rugby in him. Number 8, Sione Tuipulotu, another person that's gone to representing a nation that he might not have imagined when he was growing up representing. He's got a Scottish grandmother, and that's who he's wearing the jersey for when he pulls it on playing for Scotland. Australian born and bred, and he has been an absolute revelation since he's gone to Glasgow. He has been brilliant. And again, he's really robust and solid defensively, runs hard lines in attack, but he's got some skills as well. And when you're outside Finn Russell needs a foil, and he is the perfect foil. When he runs hard, he holds defenders, and that creates space for Finn Russell to do his thing. That said, the World Cup was a little bit disappointing, but Sione Tuipulotu, he's done enough lately to still be on the list. 22 caps to his name, 26 years of age, class act. Number 7, Robbie Henshaw, who is amazing. He's such an all-round talent. He's a British and Irish Lion, 3 test caps for the Lions. He's been around for ages with a very, very successful Leinster team, and he's pushing 70 caps for his country. Thing is, he's lost his spot lately to Bundee Aki. Injury was part to play with that, but the door was left ajar. Bundee Aki's taken full advantage of it, and Robbie Henshaw's having to sit and bide his time and keep plugging away now because he is not first choice for Ireland, and that is how good they are in the senses that they can have a guy like this on the bench. Just an awesome player, fantastic under the high ball, real good all-rounder, 30 years of age, he's got some rugby in him. Number 6, Jonathan Danty, who drops down, like Robbie Henshaw, dropping down the list. And Jonathan Danty was injured a bit during the World Cup. Disappointing World Cup, obviously, for France. But he has been a really important cog in the machine. Again, with so much flair, guys like Damien Penaud and Thomas Ramos and Antoine Dupont and Untamak, you need someone that is just going to do a lot of the nasty work. And when you've got bad ball, someone you can ship the ball to and know that they'll recycle it again. And Jonathan Danty has been a focal point in that French attack. Massive unit. 31 years of age still. La Rochelle, he's been a 2-time European champion for. He only made his debut a few years ago, so he'll want to add to his 26 caps. Number 5, another big unit, who has got much more to his game than just that. Although he will run over you or smash you in defence, because he's 115 kgs and 6'4". He's a massive unit. And he's 29 years of age. He's a World Cup winner, but maybe the most standout stat about Andre Esterhuizen is that he's only got 16 caps for his country. That is how good South Africa have been in recent years that they've only needed to use Andre Esterhuizen 16 times in the last 5 odd years. Incredible. What a player. What a player. So we're into the top 4 now, and it's last times number 1 has dropped down to 4. That's no criticism because these are all fantastic players, but Josua Tuau of Fiji drops down from the number 1 spot. He missed a bit of the World Cup because he missed the first game, didn't he? But what a player. I mean, just a physical freak. He's probably the player in World Rugby I would least like to tackle. The size of his legs are unreal. Explosive power, which he has always had because he was a winger. Also an Olympic Sevens champion, but now has stepped in field and just loves nothing more than taking a pop off his 10 and running at the opposition fly half, which is a frightening thought. Josua Tuau is 29 years of age. Again, only got 17 caps to his name for Fiji because he's mainly been focused on his club rugby up till now. Damian Dialende, 2-time World Cup winner, and just what a specimen. What a player he's been. See, I was calling before the World Cup. I was saying that I thought Andre Esterhuizen should maybe be first choice for South Africa, which is no criticism of Damian Dialende. It's more that Andre Esterhuizen was playing that well. But I have to say, his selection as the first choice 12 was never in doubt ultimately, and he's fully justified why. He was fantastic. And the mess he made of France's midfield in that quarter-final, just so dependable. So dependable. And again, when you've got a team with the rapid backs that South Africa have, knowing you've got someone that can be a focal point, both in attack and defence, is huge. And he is literally huge. Literally and metaphorically. Number 2, Jordi Barrett, who had an amazing World Cup and very soon will be the number 1 in this position and is no question one of the best players in World Rugby. Maybe a victim of being so good that he can play so well in so many positions that he's, what's that phrase, the jack of all trades, the master of none. Yes, you can slot him in on the wing, you can slot him in at fullback, he could step up and play 10 and do that well. He's really found his home now at 12, and with that partnership with Rico Ioane, chef's kiss. Mwah, love it. They have come on so much, and at 26 years of age, 60 caps to his name, Jordi Barrett is going to be around for a long time and is, potential future World Player of the Year, no question. But at number 1, after an amazing year or so that got him nominated for World Player of the Year, Bundee Aki, 33 years of age, and he's kind of bided his time a little bit. He's blossomed. He's like a fine wine. He's got better as he's got older. He's been really dependable for Ireland, but has never really been the automatic go-to first choice, mainly because Robbie Henshaw is so good. He's been used at 12, been used at 13, and he's never let Ireland down, but he has done so much more in the last year or so. I don't know what he's having for breakfast, but I want some of it because he has just taken things on to another level. Can he keep it there? He'll be hoping so, because there is a British and Irish Lions tour just around the corner, and of course there's more games to win for Ireland and for Connacht. So well done, Bundee Aki, deservedly number 1 on that top 10. There is the top 10. You see quite a few players going up, some going down, a couple staying the same, and there are some that are dropping completely out of the top 10, which includes Semi Radradra and Samu Kerevi. Both amazing players that I would never have imagined a year ago wouldn't be in the top 10. Do you think I've got that wrong? Do you think I've got any of the others wrong? Let me know in the comments. Give the video a thumbs up while you're there, hit subscribe, and I also will mention just a couple of names that aren't on the list at all, but might feature in player power rankings in the future. I would say Mason Grady would be one of them for Wales, and Joe Hawkins, I mentioned another one for Wales, and there were other really good players that just aren't in the top 10. Peter Aki for Tonga, Manu Tuolangi for England, Geronimo De La Fuente. The inside centre berth is a really strong spot. What do they call it in Australia and New Zealand? The second 5/8, isn't it? But if you're still watching right now, tell me, and you know the answer, why is it called first 5/8, second 5/8? Is that because it's half back and 3/4 and 5/8 is in the middle? Is that what it is? And why do they not do? Does that mean the outside centre is the third 5/8? I don't know the answer to that. Let me know. Right, I'll see you on the next video.